mess
following
with
the traffic,
me.
okay?
Don't mess with me.
Okay. You have the right to talk to a licensed spy before we ask questions.
Don't let me out!
Yeah, she did. She definitely did. That's disrespectful.
He's on the way down.
So why? Why?
No more.
Give me a reason.
They want you off the property, so leave the property.
Give me a...
Stand up then.
Get me out of here.
In this video, witness how instant karma delivers a painful punch to multiple Karens caught in the act. Their outrageous antics meet swift and surprising consequences. You won't want to miss this. Resisting the police is never a good thing to do. Watch this Karen resist and get what she deserved. On April 19th, 2024, police responded to a call of a verbal disturbance in a residential area. Disturbances such as these typically involve disagreements or altercations between individuals, and officers were dispatched to assess the situation and ensure public safety. When officers arrived at the scene, they were greeted by an extremely agitated woman. Her frustration was evident, and she immediately began questioning the police presence. Her repeated questions, "Why are you guys here?" and "Can I leave the premises?" revealed her increasing anxiety and confusion about the situation. The officers explained that they were investigating a reported disturbance. The woman, clearly upset, challenged their authority and questioned the legitimacy of their investigation. Her request to leave the scene was met with a stern response from officers who informed her that they were investigating and that she could not leave at that time.
Okay, as far as what? So I'm being abused, but yet I'm gonna get taken away.
We're not saying you're getting taken away. We're trying to find out what happened.
May I leave the premises?
No.
May I leave the premises?
No.
No.
Ma'am.
Really?
Yeah, we're right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Back up.
Ma'am.
No.
Back up.
I'm freaking
Back
done with
up.
this crap.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm done with it.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
No,
Look.
don't mess with me.
At one point, the woman was asked to lean into a patrol car for support because she appeared unsteady on her feet. Her response to this request was defiant and skeptical. She accused the officers of making a farce of the situation, which only served to agitate her further. Despite officers attempting to calm her down and explain the situation, she remained uncooperative. The woman repeatedly asked to see the officers' body cameras, questioning their presence and insisting that they were recording her. She seemed to believe that the entire incident was being used for show, rather than as a genuine attempt to de-escalate the chaos. Her insistence on looking at the cameras and alleging misconduct reflected her growing frustration and distrust of the officers.
Mess
Following
with
the traffic,
me.
okay?
Don't mess with me.
Okay.
Don't mess with
Speeding right now.
Mr.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
Cause guess what?
Stop.
You gotta read my rights.
And to have him
Down.
if you cannot afford a lawyer, what will you question?
He's trying to read through your rights.
Amidst this chaos, the officers attempted to read the woman her rights. The woman's agitation did not subside, and she repeatedly interrupted them, demanding to know if they were actually reading her rights. This moment highlights an important aspect of police encounters: the importance of informing people of their rights. Even when emotions are running high, during the encounter, it became apparent that the woman had suffered a serious cut to her hand. The officers noted the injury and attempted to provide medical assistance. However, the woman's refusal to cooperate and her erratic behavior complicated the situation. Her physical and emotional distress was evident, but her refusal to accept help or follow directions created additional challenges for the officers.
Yeah.
Speeding right now.
Mr.
Stop.
Yeah. Mr. You gonna read me my rights?
You have the right to talk to a licensed spy before we ask questions. You have the right to talk to a licensed spy before we ask questions.
I'm not going to go back on my word, but I need you to
At one point, the woman requested that a report be filed on the incident, expressing a desire to document her grievances. This request, while demonstrating a desire to document her story, also highlighted her ongoing struggle to come to terms with the situation. The officers assured her that they would document the incident and gave her the opportunity to file a report, demonstrating their commitment to addressing her concerns. She was charged with disorderly intoxication, resisting a peace officer, under Florida statute, specifically section 856.011. This involves a person being intoxicated and behaving in a manner that disrupts the peace or safety of others. The law considers conduct such as disorderly conduct, threatening or violent actions, and creating a public nuisance while under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Her uncontrolled speech and unsteady posture are evidence that she violated this framework. She faced up to 60 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. Resisting a peace officer is stated in Florida Statutes Chapter 843.02. This statute addresses the crime of resisting an officer, with or without violence. Resisting with violence involves actively opposing or obstructing an officer using force, while resisting without violence refers to nonviolent obstruction. Karen's behavior, including her attempts to resist handcuffing and obstruct the arrest process, fits within this legal framework. The statute categorizes these actions as crimes that disrupt law enforcement procedures. All right, let's move to this next case where things might get even messier. On April 10, 2024, police responded to a call at a high-end hotel in Florida about a woman who had allegedly tried to break in and wouldn't leave. The footage was taken of a woman who, by all accounts, caused quite a disturbance. Despite having a regular bracelet that would have identified her as a guest, her behavior caused a significant disturbance, prompting staff to call the authorities. When police arrived, the woman's actions quickly became the focus of the situation. The woman was identified as Julia Rajan Moorhead. Initially, the officers simply attempted to verify her identity and handled the situation calmly. They approached her with the intention of de-escalating the situation. However, the woman's response was completely uncooperative.
What's up, buddy? In here, proper grip, just being there. She fell down a couple times, but she's back here. Do not do that. You to find out if. Where am I taking?
From the moment the officers interacted with her, it was clear that she was in no mood to comply. She questioned the police presence, expressing frustration and confusion as to why they were there. Her language became increasingly aggressive with frequent profanities and accusations. She demanded explanations for every action the police took and refused to acknowledge their authority. As the confrontation progressed, the woman's behavior became more erratic. She staggered and fell several times, indicating a lack of coordination and perhaps a diminished ability to deal with the situation effectively. Despite these signs, she continued to resist, insisting that she had done nothing wrong and demanding that the police leave her alone.
I need to talk to my boyfriend.
He's on the way down.
Across the street.
Across the street.
Okay, well then push
Across
me.
the street.
Push me. No, push me across the street.
You can
Fucking take
You can get off. You can.
As the situation worsened, the woman became increasingly aggressive. She challenged the officers' authority, demanded to know their names, and threatened to record their conversations. This behavior is typical of what many refer to as Karen. Moments when individuals insist on getting justice their way, often to the point of being unreasonable.
No, I understand that like having you guys as like a proponent is like pretty much like, see, I understand that you guys, no, I understand that like, no!
Despite repeated warnings, the woman continued to resist. The officers were forced to use physical restraints to control her, including the use of handcuffs. Her resistance became more violent, leading to a struggle. The police actions, although necessary to control the situation, were met with shouting insults and accusations from the woman. Eventually, the officers were able to place her in a police vehicle. Throughout this process, the woman's behavior remained defiant. She continued to scream and resist, even as she was being taken away. The footage captures a raw and unedited view of how tensions can escalate quickly when individuals refuse to comply with authority and engage in confrontational behavior. And Moorhead was charged with assaulting a police officer, resisting arrest, trespassing, criminal damage, and being intoxicated, to which she pleaded not guilty.
No, you missed it.
Fucking down, bro.
All the way.
We need a transporter. We gotta get her ourselves.
Take her to county. Or take her to...
By myself?
Aggravated battery, as stated in Florida statutes, chapter 784, section 784.03, this charge is applied when an individual intentionally inflicts serious bodily harm on another person or uses a deadly weapon. Although the specifics of Moorhead's battery charge were not detailed, it suggests that her actions towards the officers or another individual involved significant harm or a threat of harm. Such charges typically involve serious consequences and reflect the severity of the harm inflicted. Resisting a peace officer, as stated in Florida statutes, chapter 843.02, this statute addresses the crime of resisting an officer with or without violence. Resisting with violence involves actively opposing or obstructing an officer using force, while resisting without violence refers to non-violent obstruction. Moorhead's behavior, including her attempts to resist handcuffing and obstruct the arrest process, fits within this legal framework. The statute categorizes these actions as crimes that disrupt law enforcement procedures. Criminal trespass in section 810.08 of Florida statutes defines a first-degree misdemeanor if a person enters or remains on property after being warned to leave or enters a structure or vehicle without permission. They can be charged with a first-degree misdemeanor. Hence, trespassing falls within the scope of this law. The penalties Karen faces could include up to 1 year in jail and a fine of up to $1,000. In Florida, disorderly intoxication is a crime under section 856.01, one of the Florida statutes. Disorderly intoxication occurs when a person is intoxicated, meaning under the influence of alcohol or drugs, and engages in conduct that causes a disturbance in public, which can include being noisy, behaving rudely, or creating a disturbance, annoyance, or inconvenience to others in a public place. Karen was arrested while intoxicated and disoriented, which led to her facing additional charges. Alright, this case was wild, but still not the worst one. Just wait until you see this next one. On June 14, 2024, at a Florida supermarket, the story revolved around a confrontation between two women, one white and one black, that resulted in a dramatic fight. The incident, captured on video, has sparked discussions about race, respect, and public behavior. The incident began when a white woman used a racial slur against a black woman in public. The exchange quickly escalated into a physical altercation, which was recorded and later went viral on social media. The black woman's boyfriend, who is also black, witnessed the fight. The video captured not only the verbal exchange, but also the fight that followed. In the video, the black woman responded to the racist insult with a strong and physical response. The fight quickly escalated from a verbal dispute to a physical fight. As soon as she saw Karen sitting with her boyfriend, a black woman immediately approached. At this time, Karen's retribution for being racist came when Karen did not expect it. Karen was suddenly pulled by the hair and fell backwards, screaming in pain. Each punch and hair pull hit Karen. This was the retribution she deserved for not being able to control her mouth. Despite Karen's pleas, the black woman gave Karen what she deserved. Karen's retribution was painful and humiliating.
She called us a nigger. She called us a nigger in Safeway.
For real?
Yeah, she did.
Bitch, you
She did. She did. She did.
I don't want to hear
She did. She called us a nigger.
I don't care.
She.
But you don't call me no nigger.
You don't call me no nigger. You don't call me no nigger. You don't nobody no nigger.
Bitch. Sorry. Bitch.
No, you're not sorry, bitch.
Karen's boyfriend played a notable role in the incident. His presence at the scene added to the emotional intensity of the situation. Although he was not directly involved in the fight, his reaction to the event reflected the broader impact of the racist insults and confrontation on those close to the individuals involved. Given the circumstances, both Karen and the two black women were in violation of the law. Under the Public Disorderly Conduct Act, which is generally found in Chapter 877.03 of the Florida statutes, public disorderly conduct is defined as conduct that disrupts or causes a public disturbance. These can include fighting, yelling, causing a disturbance, or disturbing the peace in public areas such as parks, streets, bars, and other public places. If the disorderly conduct does not involve violence or other serious elements, it is usually considered a third-degree felony. Penalties can include up to 5 years in prison and a maximum fine of $5,000. And a black woman's assault put her in violation of this law. In the video, Karen can be seen losing a lock of her hair and being kicked in the face, among other blows. Under section 784.03 criminal injury of Florida statutes, this covers acts that cause bodily injury to another person, including assault and battery. The penalty for this offense could be up to 1 year in prison and a fine of up to $1,000. If you found this story compelling, please subscribe to our channel for more content. Share your thoughts in the comments below and let us know how you would handle a similar situation. Your voice matters in the fight against injustice.